the North Highway with 222 Street to the outskirts of the city of Bogotá, we find Richmond Bilingual School. Although the place is close to one of the busiest roads in the city, the entire atmosphere is rural with modern infrastructure. In the surrounding area are several educational institutions, restaurants, and shopping centers. The school has different areas for comprehensive education and the study of other disciplines of knowledge: science, technology, music, drama, and sports. It also has training rooms, meeting rooms, large playgrounds, restaurants, and offices. The Richmond School is divided into 3 sections: preschool, middle school, and high school. It has green areas and has several unique parks used for breaks and for the practice of sports like football, basketball, and volleyball.
At Richmond School, adjusting academic contexts into the setting of learning a second language involved a major challenge, which was added to the purpose of the bilingual practice as we were trying to improve communication and behavioral aspects that were identified as important needs in each classroom. Our practice sought that children got to follow instructions and improved their socialization with peers and teachers through assertive communication according to their age. Besides this, our practice was done to improve the consolidation of affective bonding between children through the expression of their feelings, demands, and disagreements. When children improve their communication processes, they are able to find a great variety of ways of interaction and social bonding to the surrounding environment and also to the conditions that can influence them. Verbalization is essential in any educational process to understand, internalize, and socialize learning and meaningful experiences. In addition, once positive results are obtained in communicative and social aspects, it is important to enhance their global learning through the appropriate use of the second language, which in this case is English.
About second grade of Richmond School. In second grade there are currently 14 children, 10 of them are girls and the other 4 are boys. They are between 8 and 9 years old. The head teacher is an American guy. He's from Alabama, United States, and he speaks and understands a lot of Spanish. However, they speak all the time in English with the children. He's not a professional educator. He's a biologist, but he's been working in the school for almost 2 years. One curious thing about our group is that we have one Korean girl who does not speak Spanish. She's learning, but she speaks English and also Korean. Most of the classes are in English, but they have a few classes are in Spanish, like art, sensory development, storytelling. Each teacher have their own methodology, however, they have to use books for every class, even art. And since my teacher is not an educator, he never does a warm-up or follows the activity steps that we normally do. He just goes right into the book, and sometimes he uses games to complement the class. I got the opportunity to do a lot of activities for English, technology, science, math, and reading. And what I tried to do, it was to follow all the steps that we know to do an activity and to do something different from the book. Activities with a lot of involvement of art, craft, and games. They are working in 2 projects right now. One is United States of America because they want to know where the teacher is from. And the other project is about environment, so they right now are doing a garden. In this project, we want to involve all the knowledge that the children have in other classes. For example, we ask them to measure the plant so we can apply some math concepts. We also apply writing and English development because the children have to write a diary about the garden. And we want to involve technology because the children right now are learning how to do PowerPoint presentation. So they did one letting us know how to take care of the plants.
This group had 15 children in total and a male head teacher who came from the United States and was teaching in Colombia for the first time. The students generally had a disruptive behavior in class. They frequently talked about topics not related to the classes, interrupted their peers and teachers. They rose from their seats and often failed to attend the classroom instructions because they were easily distracted. On several occasions, discussions were held to have group and individual considerations about the importance of respecting others, assertive communication, and conflict resolution. Inside and outside the classroom, the students tended to be selfish and tended to ignore the needs and interests of others. Finally, the behavior of the students was characterized by an obvious lack of the authority figure in the classroom. It was evident that children perceived the head teacher as a friend and as an instructor, but not as a guide, leader, or example. Classes were usually completely structured and based on textbooks for each subject. The class methodology was based on the transmission of textual information and the completion of exercises shown in worksheets and templates of the topics that were seen. Students responded quickly and easily to this methodology, and for this reason, they finished quickly and tended to get distracted when they had nothing pending to do. Thereby, 1 hour of class was usually more than enough to complete the exercises and have plenty of time to play. Given the school conditions in which the classes are conducted, the students have the opportunity to use spacious indoor and outdoor areas. They also have high technology resources, stimulation areas, library, and all sorts of teaching materials to potentiate their creativity. However, as it has already been mentioned, the classes are limited to the use of textbooks and worksheets, wasting the wealth that the institutional context can offer to the children's learning. Overall, the group of 3rd A showed good use of the first language, Spanish, with the knowledge of punctuation, accentuation, grammar structure, and appropriate use of tenses. During my practice time, it could be established that the most evident difficulty in students' learning was the use of the second language. Only one student was bilingual, so as the students are not fluent in English, it becomes complex the process of understanding the content of mathematics, science, social studies, and technology. This is why expansion and appropriation of vocabulary that is used within the mentioned subjects is required. If a strong supporting work of the second language is not done, limitations will remain within the holistic learning.